How you doing, everybody? It's Steve here from Weather Focus. We're taking a look at the weather forecast for the UK for tomorrow, Thursday, the 4th of January, and Friday, the 5th of January, 2024. Changes are afoot. We're also going to have a sneaky peek into the latter half of the weekend and just check if that cold spell is still on the way. So without further ado, let's move it all along. We start with the jet stream, and it's fair to say it's moved south, and with it we're starting to take the areas of low pressure and rain bearing fronts with it. Right, I'm just going to show you the facts chart tomorrow. I promise you we've got one more weather system to contend with, which is going to primarily be affecting the southern half of the UK tomorrow and early Friday, and then things will start to dry up. Welcome news after the very, very wet few weeks and months that we've experienced. So this is the facts chart for tomorrow. If you just look down towards the southwest of the UK at midday, there are some troublesome fronts pushing up with a deepening area of low pressure, and then we run that through to midday on Friday. That area of low pressure by then is pushing out into the southern North Sea, taking the rain away with it. Right, so we have mentioned there is rain in the forecast. Met Office have got one of their yellow rain warnings out for tomorrow across the south of England. It's valid from midday tomorrow through until 3 o'clock on Friday morning. And if we just draw down onto the detail of it, it really just talks about in terms of the details. Let's just go back there and take a look. Yeah, so it's saying really is that a spell of rain is expected to move northeastwards across southern and eastern parts of England on Thursday, clearing Thursday night. The track of the heaviest rainfall remains uncertain, but there is a chance of 30 or up to 20 to 30 millimetres of rain falling in 6 to 9 hours across a portion of the warning area, with a few places perhaps seeing 40 to 50 millimetres. Impacts are more likely due to the very wet ground across the region. Yep, no surprise there then. So, yeah, that's what we've got to contend with. But as I say, it is a drying up story. This is the pressure scene. Tomorrow, low pressure still sitting just to the southeast of us and to the northwest. But just notice by Friday, those low pressures start to get absorbed into an area of high pressure, a ridge from the southwest and one from the northeast, that by the end of the weekend will have basically joined forces and conglomerated to form a very high area of high pressure. Is that a word? High pressure of high pressure? A big high pressure to the south of Scandinavia, which will be ushering in easterly breezes and the change. And with the change, yep, you've seen it, we've seen it. These cold anomalies will be feeding in from Scandinavia, in from Eastern Europe, bringing us the start of a cold spell. We'll come on to that later tomorrow and take another look at that. But yeah, I think for now we just focus on the weather forecast for the next couple of days. So these were your maximum temperatures today. Top of the hots was 12 degrees at Guernsey Airport as well as Lydd. Those temperatures will now start to fall day by day. So we'll take a look at the weather forecast for today, Thursday, though I am recording this on Wednesday evening. So if I do get a bit confused, I do apologise. So we start tomorrow, or shall we say 4 o'clock in the morning, with showers still to the north of Scotland and to the west. That parent area of low pressure still controlling the situation up there at that point. But yeah, as we run through the morning, just notice how that area of rain develops just to the south of the UK. And this is at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And this is run from the icon. Just notice how it pushes up across all southern coastal counties up towards London during the afternoon and evening. Becomes quite heavy, particularly across the far southeast. Places like Sussex, Kent, perhaps Essex later on in the day. But then that rain system just pushes out the way into the southern North Sea, into the Low Countries. All the time, you'll still have showers peppering those western coasts and some northeastern coasts as well. But to all intents and purposes, tomorrow would be a mainly dry day inland, apart obviously from those showers near those coasts in the north and the rain persistent in the south. Push this through to Friday. This is the rain area now. It's pushed over towards the Low Countries, and then we're left with a legacy of rather a lot of cloud, especially down the eastern side of the country, with showers close to the coast. Also, there will be showers coming in onto those western coasts as well. But once again, a mainly dry day for inland areas. As we run that through towards the latter half of the day, just notice how across the eastern parts of Britain you start to pull in a bit of an easterly, so those showers could start to come ashore. And yeah, you'll still have those showers persisting over western coasts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. And then this is where we'll take it to the end of Friday, those showers continuing across the east and across the northwest of Scotland. Right, in terms of the rainfall in the next 2 days, there is, as I've mentioned in the previous forecast, there is a fair old dollop on offer. This is the total precipitation in millimetres, which is run from midday today. So that's the start of Thursday through to the end of tomorrow. And yeah, there's a good 25-30 millimetres likely to fall across some central and southern parts of the UK. But yeah, parts of Wales, parts of Ireland, and some inland stations remaining mainly dry for the next couple of days. More showers across northeast Scotland and across those western coasts. In terms of temperatures, we have mentioned it is a bit of a cooling trend now. Maximum temperatures today peaking at around 8 or 9 in the south, 7 in the north. So we've lost 2 or 3 degrees on where we were yesterday. And Friday, that cooling trend continues a little bit further. We're dropping back to 5s and 6s in the north, 7s and 8s in the south. Now, in terms of that cooling trend, it is still very much marked. We'll take a look at this on the forecast later on today, looking at next week's cold spell. But yeah, there's your trend for London. It's pretty much in free fall from now onwards. That's the situation for Manchester. Once again, it's in free fall, getting pretty close to freezing between sort of the 8th through to the 11th, and then perhaps longer term from the 15th onwards, and Inverness as well. In fact, you look like you're going to go sub-zero there later on in the weekend and into the early part of next week. So, yeah, an unsettled couple of days to come. Still some showers around those coasts. Heavy rain across the south today. Clearing tomorrow. Cold spell looming later on in the weekend. Thanks for watching. I hope you've all found this forecast useful. Look after yourselves. Have a nice day and ciao for now.